if you are a true friend, if you love someone, you make sure that they stay there. You don't leave until that body is able to, until she's able to get back.
Yeah. People turning on their lights. I know that's right. It's beautiful. Charlotte, I'm just in awe. I really am. I'm in awe, Charlotte. I really am. People that have vehicles that have lights on their vehicles, they turning them on. Wow. I'm in awe. Wow. This right here is just, it's going to sit with me a while. Because, you know, when you have daughters, it hit different. And now I got a baby girl. She's 14.
And Gardner, you're right. Not even remorse. I want them to feel conviction.
Oh, let me tell y'all something what they did do. The guy, which is supposed to be her best friend, the one that the mother said went with them on trips and sat down and ate and all that, brought the two girls that beat her up to their mama's house. Kept bringing them over there, kept coming. They said came 4 days in a row until that autopsy came out. Then they went ghost.
Yep.
So they even went over to the mother's house, sat in the mother and the sister's face,
yep,
and told them that lie about that alcohol poison, knowing good and well the two girls that was sitting in her face, looking her dead in her eyes, beat her daughter to death.
Yep.
If that ain't demonic, I don't know what is. You gonna go to this woman's house, give her a lie, and sit up in her home, eat her food? She was feeding them. Wow.
And here they are the whole time, knew what happened. And there's a video with all of them, you know, in a room. And you can hear the young lady saying, "What are y'all doing?" So you could already tell they was you know, how they were standing in that room. You could tell that they was planning something.
Yeah, but guess what? God is too. He don't have to plan, he does.
Yes, he does, and he will. He will see.
They can run away from Mexico, but you can't run far, honey. You can't run from God. He knows where you are. And look how fast this got turned around. He don't play. When you touch one of his, he don't play.
Yeah.
See, her story didn't get big because of what just happened to her.
No.
Her story got big because of who she is.
Yep.
Because she had a free spirit, and God knew that. So even though this was a tragedy, out of this, we're going to gain some more people to love.
Yep.
We're going to gain people that were hating on one another or disliking family members, all that. We're going to have people to change their mind because they're going to reach out. Because I don't know if y'all know it or not, that people are dying left and right. Every time you turn around, somebody you know or somebody you know of has passed.
Right.
So if you got time to sit around and be mad at people, go right ahead. Because there ain't no time left. You go right on ahead, keep on being all up tight and all that mess, and you're going to be burnt for eternity. This one to make them. But you go ahead and talk.
And you know, I'm not a parent, but you're right. None of this sits right. None of the story that they concocted sounds right. I'm just a person on the outside looking in, and every time this scenario does not sit right with me. How do you go to Mexico and within 24 hours that happens to you? Was it, you know, I don't want to speculate, and I'm not going to speculate, but, you know, I just want to share my thoughts.
And she paid that way, for a matter of fact.
Yeah, and she
the one
that had sponsored.
The video,
yeah.
She sponsored the trip, by the way.
She sponsored the trip, and so it's one of those things that, you know, where, out of what place did her friends come from to do this? Whether it been one person, the whole entire group. At the end of the day, justice needs to be served. And we are doing a call to action. This is a call to action that, yes, the FBI has opened up an investigation. But also, this is a call to action for Attorney General Josh Stein to get this case. If Josh Stein needs to expedite those other individuals back to Mexico for them to be investigated, so be it. But Josh Stein, who's North Carolina's Attorney General, needs to step up regarding this case. there needs to be more people in higher places that know how to sit in these rooms, that know how to speak about these statutes, that know how to speak up for Ms. Robinson, because at the end of the day, yes, we may have these addresses and the names, but the people in these high places need to speak up and speak out. We can put boots on the ground.
I want y'all to know something. If it had not been for us, people like me, that this story wouldn't have got out picked up, because I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Mexico said that she would die from alcohol poisoning. So that's where they were going to leave it.
Yo, I welcome you back on here and encourage you to click the subscription button, and if you haven't liked the video, you should like it. So as we are still reacting to the death of Shanquella Robinson, the lady who died in Mexico at a place known as Cabo as a result of allegedly being involved in an altercation with the friends she went with to the vacation. In this exact moment in time, the death certificate for Shanquella Robinson has been released, but of course her family in this moment in time says it does not answer enough questions about the 25-year-old's death last month. To give you a brief background about the death of Shanquella Robinson, the young lady at the age of 25, she went on a Saturday morning to a vacation, to a trip in Mexico at a place known as Cabo, of course to enjoy with friends, to have that company. However, at that exact day, she texted her mother, and she wasn't feeling well. Later on, the mother got to know through friends she had went with to the trip that she had got an alcohol intoxication. That's according to what the friends say. Of course, in the previous videos I gave you one of the friends, Niza, came out and made a live stream talking about what had happened, even though for him, he says he went a day after they had arrived, and a day after when all the altercation had just happened. He did not know what exactly had happened. Of course, very many people over social media have come out to refute what he was saying, that why didn't he involve in the saving of a person he called a friend, Shanquella Robinson. Of course, for him, he says he wasn't involved, he wasn't available during that time, but of course, that's left into the hands of the authorities to investigate. So the family in this moment in time, they are refuting and actually saying that what has been included in the death certificate does not really answer all the questions. Robinson, well known for her business braiding hair, was in Cabo, of course, like I've told you, in San Lucas with a group of friends celebrating someone's birthday, and the 25-year-old turned up dead just after one day on the vacation. There's a death certificate that was obtained by a couple of press people. It says the cause of death is as a result of spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability in the uppermost vertebrae. Robinson and her friends, of course, had rented a villa supposedly that didn't go out, and they didn't go out that night. According to Robinson family, the friends told them that she was drunk when all this happened, even though the father has come out to refute all those statements. The funeral has been conducted, and there is an interview that has been going around which the father did, and he was really in a very grieving mood. Like of course, we all know no father or no parent would want to bury his or her own daughter or son. We send our deepest condolences to the family, friends, and everyone who was touched by Robinson. The funeral has been conducted, and over close to 120,000 US dollars has been contributed. Rest in power, the Queen, Shanquella Robinson.